Is it getting blurred?
What?
Your sense of what's up?
I think so. Sometimes.
Do you see things that aren't there?
He's becoming his character. Disquieting, disjoined, disrespectful.
Ali? Ali? Ali?
Present, ma'am. People, mostly.
They come and go?
They come and go, but at my will. I can control them.
So you know it when you're imagining them?
I said no more monologues.
You can't control me.
Yeah, I like to think so.
Who are they?
They're friendly most of the time.
No villains?
Oh my god, it's the Axis of Evil!
There are some villains.
Tell me more.
I only know what I read in the papers. Just looking for ideas. Yeah, I'm a writer. Too far from it all to know the truth.
Hi everyone, I'm Felicia.
And I'm Christina.
What you've just seen is a 2-minute preview of the Singapore indie flick, The Insomniac. The movie is about eccentric writer Ali, whose attempt to complete his latest work of fiction slowly forces him to lose his mind.
That's right, and the movie is helmed by director Madhav Matha. And this is his feature film directing debut. And Madhav and the lead members of the cast are here with us today to tell us more about the film. But before that, we'll just let you guys introduce yourselves first. So let's start from you, shall we? Yes. Tell us a little bit more about your role in the film.
Yeah, I played the role of an imaginary character. So I exist only in Ali's mind. Ali is a protagonist, played by Madhav. And I'm this old, really nice, really sweet guy. I'm a positive influence, a positive inspiration for this character.
So you're like his angel, is it?
Yes, something like that, yes.
Okay. And how do you feel about being the voice of wisdom? Are you a very wise person yourself?
Well, I'm not a very wise person. Hopefully another 50 years later I will be...
I'm sure you will. Okay.
I'm working on it now.
Yeah, so how do you feel about the role then?
It was it's a challenging role because it's a wise man and I'm anything that wise as he said.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I mean, it's the first time I played an imaginary character. And it was it's an interesting guy. It's completely unlike anyone you can't base your character on like your grandfather because he exists. And
because it's just a figment of the imagination.
It's a figment of the imagination.
Okay.
Really old bearded angel.
I see. Okay.
So he encourages that character and basically ends up quoting people like Shakespeare, Omar Khayyam, even Emile Zola, people that he's supposed to appreciate or look up to. So he's that voice.
So he's very wise. He's like the voice of wisdom.
The wise man.
Yeah.
Cool. And what about you, Madhav?
I've written and directed the film and unfortunately acted in it as well. I play Ali, who's the protagonist, the guy who's going through all these crazy things and trying to cope with finishing his book and also matching his experiences in his life to what he's writing about. So he's trapped sort of between this dream world and this reality of his.
I see.
And for you?
Okay, I play a role called Rui, and she's the only real person in the film. I have to say that because most of them are fragments of his imagination, right? So, well, I keep him grounded in the film.
What is your summary of the film then? Give us your idea.
Well, it's a wild ride of imagination and a lot of humor. It's an interesting watch, and I think one needs to really follow the dialogue to really be involved in the movie itself. And I think the humor really one needs to pick it up. It's light, it's dry, it's satirical at times, but overall, I think it'll be an interesting watch.
Well, what can the audience expect to see?
Okay, they can expect something pretty crazy. The tagline that somebody came up with, which we liked, was putting the mental back into experimental. So they can expect a wild ride of unexpected things happening in the film. And it's got a lot of comedy in terms of brisk, wry, witty dialogue. It's dialogue driven, and the situations are quite absurd and satirical. So if you want to see it as a plain, straightforward adventure, you can do that. If you want to see it as a political, satirical film, you can see that. You can even see it as a romance, as somebody mentioned.
I
So,
see.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a lot.
Could you elaborate on the more amusing parts of the film?
Okay, the more amusing parts in the film usually come out of interplay between certain characters, because he's the positive influence, and there's this freak of nature also in my imagination, who is a cross between Marie Antoinette, who is a very scary French character, and a very desirable geisha. So she gives out these mixed vibes all the time, and she's the opposite of him exactly. So she keeps putting my character down and keeps challenging me to either do better or write better or just plainly insulting me. So that's a lot of banter that comes out from there. Then there's a lot of banter that happens between Rui's character and Ali as well.
Okay.
So that's where the dialogue sort of brings the humor. And of course, there's some really absurd, crazy situations that you can expect.
Okay.
You've heard what they have to say about their characters' lives on screen, but what about their own lives off camera?
And what does the director do when he's not directing? All that's next as we get up close and personal with the members of the cast and the director.
That's right, so check out the next video for that.